What is up, everybody? And of course, this is your man G.I. Mo, aka Non-GMO, and I'm with.
The Blue Phoenix. And guess what, y'all? We in the studio.
We up in her.
All the way in her.
Yeah, up a her. Hey, yo, we was listening to a lot of chat on the way up here talk, yeah. And I swear to God, Memphis folks, I love y'all, man. I really fucking love y'all the way y'all put a R. And we don't say R, it's R. You put an R right behind the U. So yeah, we need to collaborate and figure out like how we can do this shit, this gangster shit together. Because I fucks with La Chat. And shout out to her, yeah, because her and Gangsta Boo of all things got an album coming out, man. That shit is lit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm psyched about that. Yeah, I'm psyched about that.
Anyway.
Oh, my bad.
What's this?
It's both sides of the coin.
So how was your day, your week thus far?
Man, my week was pretty decent. Shout out to the bullshit ass scammers out here that got me. They fucked me over. They got me good out here, so I know better next time. You know, hopefully the bank look out for a brother. If not, I am taking donations, everybody. And Gas X. I need some Gas X pills. This medication got me a little grumpy in the tummy. Yeah. How was yours?
It was good. What's today? Wednesday. It was pretty good. I have extra children, and we actually went to the pool today, and I got rotisserie by the sun.
No. Ho. First and foremost, you're not gonna try to beat me to the punch. Y'all see this shit? Yeah, this is manipulation 101. She knew that I was gonna bring it up.
But I'm gonna bring it up anyway.
If you can see in the screen, a part of her looks like she got on a goddamn sweater, man. Like what? But look at this, man. Look at what the hell kind of tan. Like we too light for this shit.
I had a full swimsuit on, a full body swim. Well, not about, but you know, the one piece. I had a one piece on, but the one piece I had on was kind of like the razor cut. So my shoulder blades, my arms, here, and my legs. Well, I think just maybe here got it the most. I have been.
See, you're gonna have to go to Miami and a new beach and like really bake. You know what I'm saying?
I did that.
Us light skinned folks got weird.
Make sure everything even.
Yeah. You look. That's not good. That's not good. I'm very afraid.
Okay.
No, because the camera doesn't know justice because she is literally brown as hell.
Yeah, in my face, like right here.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you do look like Donald Trump. You do look like Donald Trump. Like shit.
I'm not orange.
You may not be orange, but you got the tan lines of Donald Trump. Donald Trump's eyes was always pitch white.
Yeah, I took my glasses off. I took my glasses off because I knew I was gonna be in the sun, but I was with the children, so I can't really like go underwater all the time because I'm watching them. So that's why it's more here, and not as much here because I was mainly standing there playing with them. Yeah. But then too, you get in the water and the chlorine burns you too. So from the sun, it bakes on. So.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'm seasoned, y'all.
Yeah. That's so weird about Trump, and that's the one thing that I never understood. Excuse me, everybody. That this Bama was so weird that he liked tanning, which is a very girly, very tedious thing to do. But he ate McDonald's every fucking day, like. What kind of redneck corporate shit is that? Like, who does that shit? Think about that.
I think he spray tan maybe though. I don't think he actually did because he was kind of uneven.
Okay.
It was kind of uneven. Yeah. But he liked McDonald's.
Ivanka was in that motherfucker like, he's gonna make you uglier than you already are.
She was just trying to make it through the 4 years because she was ready. She ready to go. She just did that for sure.
Well,
she got her check and she was gone.
What do you think about that? You think they're gonna get a divorce?
I don't know.
You think?
I don't know.
Why not?
Because he is possibly he running again. He might get back in there. So for sure, maybe not.
I bet you after this 4 years, everybody gonna vote for him.
Probably.
I bet you, especially due to the fact, and this is against nobody's the viewpoints of G.I.Mo personally, not the show itself. But just looking in hindsight with everything that's going on with the Democrats and the far left, I should say the liberals, not necessarily the Democratic Party, but what is going on right now, which we're going to segue to, the extremes. Like, okay, so with him, it was more so immigration enforcement, things like that.
Bringing the jobs back here.
Exactly.
Stopping just halting trade with China. He just really was trying to bring everything back.
Very much so. Yeah. And nowadays, what we're having is a problem of people flooding America now. So they're running across the borders of Texas. They're down in Juarez getting it on. You know what I'm saying? Getting it in and jumping across that river over there. I think that's the Rio, right? That's the Rio Grande down there, I think. Or some parts of it. You know what I'm saying? So they're jumping the borders left and right. And so now what we're, the leftists are really allowing anything to happen, except for, of course, Asian hate, you know what I'm saying, crimes against Asians, and a slew of other things. The one thing that the far left is doing that really caught a lot of people off guard, you know what I mean? Which is cool. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing against nobody, out here. Yeah. But of course, they made sure that, that the LGBTQ is taken care of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They put laws in place. They are really trying to push that agenda. And what's happening in recent news, and as everybody out there knows, if you haven't seen it on my actual page on Facebook or
and I shared it as well.
Yeah. That California and California is also banning state-funded trips to, I think, 5 or 6 states, West Virginia, North Carolina, that would not allow transgenders to actually play in sports.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think it's like the Midwest mostly, you know what I mean? There's a lot of, not a lot of Bible.
They're banning the funding.
They're banning the funding, so there won't be any out-of-town trips for like your government workers and all that stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a lot of that going on. And so also on top of that happened in California. A woman in LA who goes by the name of @CubanAngel on IG. She doesn't look like she has an IG, but she has an IG. So they didn't give us the name, but she has an IG. How ironic is that, right? But a woman at We Spa, okay? We Spa in LA actually allowed for a transgendered man or a man that identified as a woman, right? So let me ask you this. Before we even get started in that, is there a difference?
There is a difference between the transgender person and then one who identifies as one. A transgender person is a person who's in transition from switching from male to female or female to male. That identifies a person is I can say I'm a man because I identify as a man. I dress as a man. I like being a man. I don't want to be a woman. I identify as a man. And that's what you identify as. So you can identify as a shoe. You identify as a shoe. That's who you are. So it's just what you say you identify as.
Wow. That is a very difficult thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Matter of fact, to give this some actual some backstory and some feeling to it, we actually have a film of the young lady @CubanAngel actually handling her business and trying to stick up for the young girls that were actually exposed to this man. And here it is, y'all.
So it's okay. I just want to be clear with you. It's okay for a man to go into the women's section, show his penis around the other women, young little girls underage. Your spa, We Spa, condone that. Is that what you're saying? Like I asked. It's so he can stay there. He can stay there. What sexual orientation? I see a dick. It lets me know he's a man. He's a man. He is a man. He is not no female. He is not a female. He is not a female. Hold on. He is not a female, sweetie. Okay? Girls down there, other women who are highly offended for what they just saw. And you did nothing. Absolutely nothing. In fact, you sided with him. So We Spa is in agreement with men that just say they are a woman and they can go down there with their penis and get into the women's section. Is that what you're saying? What really? What law? What law? So women can go into the men's with their breasts. Okay.
This should happen. We're not going to come back.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't come back either. Yeah, get your money back.
Everything.
You got a man with his penis talking about he's a woman. He ain't no woman.
Oh, right.
Yeah, give her money back.
Please.
Okay,
Please.
so I don't think any woman that goes into the men's section and have her breasts out would have the same reaction. Let me just say that. It will be wrong because if she identifies herself as a man, you shouldn't have breasts or you shouldn't have a vagina. So I would expect, of course, we're not going to outlaw for women going there with boobs out, but they allowed a man that identified as a woman to go into the women's side of the spa, and he exposed himself to everyone. So he did not like put a towel on or put a robe on and, like went on about his business. He exposed himself, and this caused the uproar. Now, please know that this has nothing to do with the LGBTQ community. LGBTQIA community plus at all. But situations like this is a big ass problem. This is a huge problem. And as our fellow Mo here has been saying for years, that stuff like this was going to happen. That things like this, like perverts or pedophiles or people that just are not genuine in what they're saying, are going to take advantage of using these titles and using the gay community to get their way. So what could have happened if nobody really paid them any mind and didn't somebody get missing?
Well, here it is. I mean, now we're talking about a man that went into a female's the female's area.
Yeah.
So
because it's two separate sides.
Right, because I got the craziest story about how uncomfortable I was just even walking into Spa World. And so this seems to be that type of Japanese style. You must strip down to the skivvies, if not all the way nude.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So there's no way around it. So they have separate sections, you know what I'm saying, for people who, who are the opposite sex. Right. Because it can be, of course, very detrimental to, somebody, because they are children. They
right,
are, right. This is where I'm getting upset at. Because there are some people that from the LGBTQ that are voicing their opinions. But there is no actual outrage. As you saw in the film, there was nobody there that was outraged other than the heterosexual woman. Yeah, it was her and another woman. After she did all that fussing, then she came up and started fussing. And then the guy that was there tried to kind of go against her. And I understand kind of why the spa did what they did, because they didn't want to get caught in it. So it's kind of unfair to these businesses, because if they tell them no, they can be sued. If they tell them yes, this can happen. So it's like they're caught in the middle. What do they do? But stuff like that, like where you have to be nude, no, there should be more strict rules when it comes to that. So here it is. The most uncomfortable conversation that we have to have, which I predicted. I must say I did predict this. That now we have children involved. So instead of them actually creating their own section, driving through the middle, the transgenders can go to any, their section, right, and do what they want to do, or people who identify as the opposite sex, or dog, or cat, or whatever you choose to be, a leather shoe, you know what I mean? And you can go in there and do whatever you feel like doing. Of course, with good taste, you know what I mean? It's not a bathhouse. It's not something that you go to and frolic and have sex in, right. But what we're starting to see here is the infiltration of pedophiles and perverts, okay, that are coming into these places, and they're going to say anything. And the fact that it's a hate crime to even say anything to somebody that says this, you know what I mean? It's like that clause, that loophole that they can use. Yeah. Well, I identify as a woman. I'm still gonna beat your ass for putting your penis in my daughter's face. Yeah. You hear what I'm saying? Now, 1000%, I still don't understand why you would have young girls at a nude spa like that. Yeah. I even if they are females around, I still wouldn't. But were they fully nude? Was it you have to be fully nude in those places. Remember what I told you about Spa World. Spa World I went to for a birthday, and everybody probably knows the story already, but I went to Spa World, and I went in there with swim trunks thinking I was cool. And then I looked past the little Asian dude, and this DMB everywhere. And it's like the Nightmare on Elm Street music came on or some shit. Like I was like, man, I ain't really into all this. You know what I'm saying? This nudity amongst strangers. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them guys at football. I would take a shower at the house. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a thing. It's something that you know that I'm not comfortable with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some people would look at you and just be like, well, it's just the human body. And you look at other places where the men are nude. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Hotter climates. You know what I'm saying? I can't specifically say where. You know what I'm saying? Because mostly in the Caribbean, you know, those warmer climates, you know, Africa, places like that where it's normal. It's a normal thing to be nude around young girls and
they grow up like that.
Right. Yeah. So I'm wondering if am I overreacting as a man? Am I overreacting just because I was raised here in America with that type of outlook and that type of standard that you are not supposed to expose yourself to children, period. You know what I mean? After I think it's a certain point where the innocence is gone and then they're curious and they're learning things.
But you know what? In the cultures where there is nudity, the men still cover their penises.
Okay, for the most part,
they do cover their penises. So you really are not seeing. You don't see a male penis. You don't see his penis. You don't see the woman's vagina. So they are still oblivious to the woman, other than what they had.
Well, I would hope y'all would cover y'all penises over there, because if a lion get a hold of that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I ain't hunting with my dick out. You understand what I'm saying? That's first and foremost. I'm trying to be serious here, but it's so crazy to me that everywhere else you would climb a tree with spikes and pineapples and stuff like that with your balls hanging. You know, so no matter where you are conscientious of that they're children, and there's just some things children should not see. But then I agree. Why are children at that type of spot though? I would never. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen children there. I've seen children there. Children were there, but they had an area where you go straight through. Yeah. And you wear gis. Okay. And you just, you know, you might eat sushi or sashimi or something like that. And you just have a play area for them. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You got the sauna, yoga mats and stuff like that. People doing yoga, talking or whatever, communicating. But I just wouldn't expect for women to actually, especially not sisters. I didn't see a sister in there with, you know what I'm saying? She was about the only one, you know what I mean? So I definitely expect sisters not to even think twice, to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take my baby in here.
Well, she didn't bring her baby, or if she had any, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think she did.
But
you're supposed to be relaxing ass naked. I don't think you want to be ass naked with kids.
What's that?
Except for if you're that pervert that snuck in there. So we still have to deliberate that. And you know, we tried to reach out and try to get somebody that would represent or try to give us some insight as to how to be empathetic, because I remember bringing this topic up and I forgot exactly what the subject was. Oh yeah, it was about the athletes. Oh, yeah. And the athletics and male to female athletes actually crossing over. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow on the No Filter show too. But it was more so about the transgender athletes and trying to have empathy, and I was getting handled.
Oh yeah,
like, it was a track star. It was a track star, Topher. I forgot the CT Topher. It was a track star,
and also the MMA. Remember?
Oh yeah. She crushed the woman's skull. But the thing about that is that now everybody's starting to see. Mm-hmm. But the kicker is that when I mentioned it before, LGBTQ, a lot of my friends that are LGBTQ didn't show me any empathy. They tried to make me understand and bend and fold when I know damn well that you guys are going to be taken advantage of. Mm-hmm. I knew that this was going to happen. And people are going to hide in plain sight. And speaking of which, we'll talk about it. We'll get to that. But people are going to hide in plain sight and fly underneath your flag. Mm-hmm. You dig what I'm saying? It's the same as the American flag with people coming over, and there could be spies.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's true.
In order to
and it's not fair, because I know a lot of people in that community, and they will beat somebody's ass over you exposing yourself to a child.
Very much so.
So the fact that is being used for your own advantage is terrible, and he should be locked up. He should.
Well,
he should.
Let's think about this. Because everybody knows, and we mentioned this before we got on, my famous saying is, everything is good until a what? A dick pops out, right? So here it is. 2021, far leftists. Everything's been, the far right is being silent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really saying much. And they're in control. And they are busting major moves to make sure that they have voters. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to be targeted LGBTQ community people and leaders. You know what I'm saying? But I remember being arrested for having sex with my girlfriend in a public parking lot. That is considered to be indecent exposure. Okay. Now, I don't know if these spas, because I don't remember doing this when I went in, but they don't have a disclosure. They don't have a contract stating that you cannot expose yourself to children. They don't even have an age range.
Okay.
They don't even have an age range because I guess nudity is okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I guess it's a natural process. Naturally, it is, right? But they don't even have that. They don't have it. They don't have any contracts, anything stating that you cannot, as a man, go into the women's side and women cannot go to the men's side. It's not even there. There's not even security in place to make sure that nothing happens.
Well, on there, it said it was security.
Probably in the lobby.
Okay.
Probably
not
in the
within
lobby.
The facilities.
Correct. You're gonna, because of the Asian hate thing, they probably have security everywhere. You know what I mean? As you saw, the majority Asian owned and operated. You know what I mean? Which most of them are.
Yeah.
But there's no contract stating that a man cannot expose himself to women. There's nothing in place. Those establishments, because I guess back in the day, it's just it's normal, or it should be normal, that you would respect the rights of women. You know what I mean? As a man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But here we have it. It's starting to snowball. And now it's becoming a powder keg. You know what I mean? And how do we, where is the LGBTQ? Where are the outspoken ones? Where are the ones that were so empathetic towards transgenders and how and how we're supposed to view them and say that they have a mental issue? I mean, not a mental issue, but they actually identify as such. Why are they not cutting off their genitalia?
Because they're protected too. Was that last year or year before last? I read that they are trying to add, and that's probably where the plus came from, pedophilia under the LGBTQ umbrella.
Correct. Because
they're saying that love is love.
Wow.
And that the love of a child, or what did it say? I don't want to misquote it. It was like, you can have that type of love for a child, that sexual love for a child. And a child, and I forgot what it was, but it's some clause where you won't get in trouble. They're really trying to pass this, and they're going to put it under the umbrella of the gay community.
It's very weird.
And I'm pretty sure if we go in and pick apart everything under the legislation and the rights of the LGBTQ community, it's in there somewhere.
Right.
It's in there somewhere.
Very much so. But do they have these discussions?
No, because I don't think they realize what's happening.
Okay.
I don't think you don't realize it.
Wow. Because
they're winning, the gay community has went through a lot, just like we have as a Black community. They went through a lot because on top of, especially if they're Black, on top of being Black, their sexual preference is gay, which I don't understand why that's such a big thing, because it's who you choose to have sex with. It's not, who you are as a person. It's just who you choose to have sex with.
I wonder. And I've been trying to figure this out. Because remember, we was at the Buck Breaking screening. And there just so happened to be a young man there that was LGBTQ. I don't know what he identified as. He had on a skirt with a beard and a jerry curl. It was very confusing. He looked like Randy Watson, but he didn't. But he looked like when he had that big leather skirt on. It was so weird. It was like a kilt, but it wasn't.
It was a leather kilt. And he had like combat boots on. He was very handsome, and he was he was putting everything up. And he watched the movie.
Yeah.
And he was very respectful. And I think his only concern was the fact that they didn't have a representative in the movie, which Brother Islam said that they reached out, and but they couldn't get anybody to come on. But I don't think he was really. He said he agreed with some things he did not agree with. But it's just the biggest thing is that's just who you choose to love. That's just who you choose to sleep with. This is just your personal life. So the fact that you have to fight for that, it does suck. But then you get this fight, you're winning this fight, you get these rights, and then they sneak shit underneath. And that's the problem. Because now, if you beat his ass for exposing himself to your daughter, you get locked up.
Correct.
When he's in the wrong.
But let me be a heterosexual man or identify as heterosexual and choose to have my body shown. And it's
you automatically get tackled to the ground.
I'm automatically getting drugged, and I'm going to be locked up for years on years on years.
Because you will be labeled a pedophile. And you did the same thing that a person that identifies as a woman did, but you're not protected. And you're black. And you're man.
This reminds me of the crazy drag shows that they had at the library. Remember we
recorded
they were
on
reading. That years ago. They were reading, but they were twerking. It was part of the curriculum at the library to twerk in drag, you know what I'm saying, in front of these little ass kids. When I say little, they were
about 3.
Yeah, 3 years old twerking in front of the kids. And this is when I knew it was about to go left. I knew it was about to go left because it was men. It was men in drag. This is drag now. This wasn't actually I guess it was considered to be education for LGBTQ, but it was in drag and they were twerking in front of the kids. Genitalia exposed. That's another good subject because we're on it, but okay, so the Pride weekend passed, right? So a big complaint. Yeah, well, it's been a month, but they actually had I think the march or whatever was like 2 weeks ago, something like that. Maybe
I think so.
It's 2 weeks ago. So what a lot of people have been having, and this goes again to the lewd conduct, is that people are starting to see that at these pride parades, that men are actually really going out there exposing their genitalia. So because
there are children at those parades.
Because you fall, why the hell is there kids at a parade like that? I don't know. But that's like taking kids to a carnival. You know what I'm saying?
They do.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. But how in the world, because you fall underneath the actual flag, are you not considered to be doing lewd conduct? The police stand around at everything. And so I think that it gives, this is no offense to anybody that is conservative that's in the LGBTQ. We understand. We have plenty of friends that do share some of the old ways of thinking. You know what I'm saying? That was raised, you know what I'm saying, by parents that thought that way. But to the majority of the ones that are taking advantage and getting loose out there, why is it that when you fall underneath the flag, you're allowed to do anything and nobody does nothing?
It's like you have freedom of speech. You have freedom of speech, right? Everybody got freedom of speech. But if you speak the truth, you get in trouble. So everybody got freedom to do all this other stuff until you speak the truth. And that's kind of the same thing. You have freedom to be who you are, what you want to be, and expose yourself because you are under the LGBTQ community. But if we say something about you doing this because of the exposure or what you're exposing the children or just what you're doing, we will get in trouble. So it's kind of like you hanging yourself either way, no matter what you do. You hang man. One letter off and you did. So it's like, I don't know. For those who are awesome, we love you. Please don't get offended and think.
But where are you?
Yeah.
I gotta cut you off right there. Fuck all that. Where are you? Yeah. Where are you, my friends? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you, her friends? Yeah. Where are you? We share some of the most, the mutual, friends, but where are you guys? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you? When we reached out, nobody reached back. Like nobody came back and was like, yeah, let's go ahead and deliberate this. It's like,
and the thing is, I think they're kind of caught in the middle too.
How the fuck are you caught in the middle when somebody's genitalia is out in front of little girls? Yeah. It's a kid. I mean, I get it. If it was an adult spa, handle your business. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. Do what the fuck you do. And I'm sorry to be so, so upset, but do what the fuck you do. You have here we have the LGBTQ has specific clubs that they go to, okay, because they don't want to intermingle with people who don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That might just be a little bit hateful towards their lifestyle. You dig what I'm saying? But why try to infiltrate everything? Why? And it's only the men doing this sick shit. It's always the men doing this shit, but I can't say that.
Y'all gonna say,
I can't say
just
that.
might not hear about the women doing it.
Well, the women, because there's no, like I said before, there's nothing exposed from a woman. They can't be female to male and grow a penis. There's no erection. There's no sense of harm being done unless, of course they have the steroid use, but they might be strong enough, but what's the worst that can happen if they do take advantage of a kid? You know what I'm saying? Is what? It's not going to be penetration unless it's a phallus or something like that. You know what I mean?
It's not.
So but it's not as dangerous. Testosterone is the X factor for everything. It makes people do crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always the male to female that do the craziest things. And I knew this was going to fucking happen. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to freaking happen.
Yeah, because remember it happened with the bathroom a couple years ago.
Right.
It happened with the bathroom situation.
Right.
And I think something did happen to a little girl in the bathroom, didn't it? Almost. It was either almost.
Possibly.
Yeah,
possibly. And so here we have it, 2021. And we are still trying to figure out how and why. You know what I mean? How and why. We also have to go ahead and touch on the fact that if you like the jellos and the pussy, okay, but when you go home tonight, I'm a little blind, but I am home, baby. Come here. Come here. Nah. Come here. Come here. Come here. My man, Bill the Pill made it out of prison, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that moniker is going to stay with him. He is tagged. I'm sorry they have ruined my man's life. I must say, and I must admit that in the beginning, I was against him, and I really wanted to see him go to prison. And that is the most, I think that's the worst thing. Once I saw all the women that came out and started listening to the actual evidence and things like that, that I felt actually terrible of my opinion of him. I held a lot of vitriol for him because he was very hard on the youngin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And done a lot of asshole shit, you know what I'm saying, to a lot of young budding comedians and really screwed a lot of people out of jobs and stuff like that. So that side is just business. But as far as that man drugging up all those women, he's home now. Allegedly, he's home. So evidently he was overturned, which is dope.
Yeah, it doesn't say, I mean, he's home, but honestly, he's too old to be in jail. He really is.
Nah, you're never too old to go to prison. If you
true.
did that shit, you ain't never too old to rot in prison, champ.
That's true.
I'm telling you
that.
that.
True.
I don't give a fuck. That I'm tried and true with that. Go your ass in that jail cell before somebody bust your head wide open. Either way you going to hell.
They won't. Yeah.
Either way you getting done up. You hear me? But yeah, so he made it home. Yeah, for shit. So how you feel about it? You happy? You don't know what to think.
Yeah, I'm like,
you just sunburnt for no fucking reason. Went out there in that sun and fry all your brain cells. You ain't got no opinion, no nothing. No nothing. You just gonna sit there and just keep burning. The lights in here probably hurt like hell. Don't they?
No, they don't.
Yeah, whatever. They look like they hurt. All red and irritable. Look like you been headbutting carpet.
Like I learned how to do.
You look like a brand new baby. Yep, that's exactly what you look like. You've been trying to break things with no helmet on. That's what the hell you look like.
Anyway, I ain't got no hair. No, but I say, because if he did it, if he didn't do it, it sucks that he went, but he's out. I'm sure he's glad. I'm sure his wife's glad. Just welcome home, I guess I can say.
What's the most favorite? Okay, so let's talk about all the greatness of them, right? Because you seem to be like weird. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm not being weird.
It's like when it comes to things like that, what can I say? We've had these conversations. I never really was full on because I'm like, he could have done it. He could have possibly done that, and that sucks. He had the power to do it. He could have done it. But then I'm always like, well, what if he didn't do it? What if he didn't do it? So
that's more the fuck like it. That's what I was trying to get you to talk about.
But I just said that.
No.
I did just say
details.
that.
When he first got called up there, what was you feeling that day when you found out that the allegations were out there?
And that he was accused, that he,
What was your first gut instinct as a woman? Because see, women supposedly have all this
when it first came out,
sense.
I was like, no. Mm-mm. But then I, like as more came out, I was like, well, why are they just coming out? And I'm like, why? That doesn't make sense after all these years. After all these years of coming out, and then, what is the statute of limitations? 17 years? That's a long time. Where's the evidence? So that's why I said, I don't know. And you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty at all times. So it's like, that's why I said, I don't know. But then, of course, all this stuff started coming out, and then they somehow found a way to prove him guilty with the last woman. So I don't know. I still feel like he didn't do it. But then it's still a possibility that he did. Back in the day, But the 17 years ago one, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
You know what we're going to do, everybody? We're going to find the hot tub time machine, okay? And we all, as the No Filter Show, both sides, as the Red Vision television crew, are gonna go back to the fucking 50s and just stay there, okay? We're gonna work our way up into the 70s and all that stuff. We're gonna stay there, right? Yes. And we're gonna find that Spanish Fly, that all these drugs was normal as hell.
They was just on the table like candy.
Can you imagine? They didn't even have fucking color television. No cable, no nothing. You know what I mean? No nothing. And if let's put it like this. If it was a woman drugging men.
If it was Felicia Rashad.
What the fuck? Not Felicia. Not Felicia.
If it was her.
Not Felicia.
That beautiful woman.
Not Felicia.
All of them.
Not Filet Fish.
Somebody behind the camera said he take pill himself.
But you understand me.
But if it was her, and men came out and said, yes, she did this to me in 1978. And then 17 years from when that happened, would they get the support? Would they get the same push?
Well, we gotta be trill about this. We do gotta be trill about this because yes, depending on how fine the woman is, there are men that do get drugged, okay, on a daily basis and end up with a fucking kidney missing, okay? You end up with your wallet gone and your kidney missing, okay? You idiots, okay?
Look, get you to sign off on your deed of your house.
Man, you understand me? It's been some awful, god-awful stories. I'm pretty sure they're based in Florida. Shout out to Nikki. That they probably drug or give them Florida water, tap water, because it's something in that goddamn shit. But they probably do it on a regular basis. Matter of fact, when we reported on Cardi B,
I was just getting ready to
when we talked about Cardi B and her lyrics, people are getting fucked over for lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Rick Ross had that problem. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was talking about drugging women and white. He faced a lot of backlash.
I think it was like, I forgot what song it was, but I heard it and I actually listed up like, all right, Rick. But it's a popular song. And a lot of rappers have actually put Biggie. I mean, they put this, they say that in the music. Yeah. And this is the thing. This was the norm. You drink, you smoke, you pop pills, you sniff shit, you shoot up shit. I mean, this happens. And so it's like, how can you claim from after all those years ago when this was the norm? And then another thing, why is it, did he only just go after ugly white women? Like,
man, I thought all of them were transitioning.
They were transitioning.
All the women look like they was going to female to male.
It's like I'm not.
All of them look like they was going to female.
Okay, so let me be serious though.
What the fuck?
Let me be serious, but this is just what was going on in my mind. But let me be serious because it's not about what they look like. It's about the power. If you're raping, it's about power. That's what it is. But then it's like, did he not want to overpower? He was on cast with all these women. Anything he did, I mean, everywhere he went, I'm pretty sure they was throwing a booty at him. So I'm just like, why now when it happened? That's just how I felt. So that's why I said I don't even. He's out, great. If he did do it, he did sometime. Okay, let him be.
Bill, sir, you missed the wrong era because now.
And how?
Do you understand what my son got to go through when he gets older?
Gosh.
He's going to have to keep pills for him to get some ass.
Oh, my gosh.
These youngins out here are snorting and popping and putting shit in their booty holes just to get high. They huffing shit. They huffing.
Squatting and sucking up pills.
They sucking, they bed chugging, they doing whatever the hell it takes to get high the weirdest way. He missed the wrong era. If he was born now, if he was 21 now and famous, it wouldn't have been a story yet. It would have been one goddamn story because he would be the man now. You know what I'm saying? The druggie is everything now. You are the shit if you the druggie nowadays. So it's so weird how the cancel culture, and I'm pretty sure this is just all media-based propaganda, just to make sure that he didn't buy into Viacom and all that stuff. I'm almost positive of that. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, so they don't fuck us over. But I'm almost positive that it was more of a business move for Viacom. You know what I'm saying? And they just tried to ruin that man's legacy.
Because when did you hear about it? When he tried to buy?
Correct. Very much.
You didn't hear anything until he got going into that business about stuff.
Yeah.
And so we may be conspiracy theorists. It's in your face. There's no conspiracy to a lot of stuff. That just. But like I said, if he did it, okay, y'all got 3 years out of him. 3, 4 years. How long was he?
3 years.
He was only locked up 2 years? Oh, okay.
I thought it was 3 years since. Oh, thanks for the fact checking the back.
Y'all got a couple of years off him before he was sentenced. He was in there, right? Mm-hmm. So y'all got a good amount of time, a little bit of time off him. Just let this man be. He done lost his son. Everything has been taken from him. He's been stripped of his quote unquote pedigree. Everything has just been gone. Leave this man alone.
Bill, another question I have for you, sir, and I would love to interview you. Is that who named their son Phoenix? Take the H out, and we got a problem.
Fucking Cosby.
Of course, Bill. If I were accusing you of something, I would point right there. I'm like, his son's name is Phoenix. Take the H away. We got a problem. That was the only Spanish fly talking about. That was it. And it's so weird because he came on, and the crazy thing about, and the reason why I did have such a problem with him is because he was so into black people pulling their pants up and walking straight and narrow and not cussing, and, you know what I'm saying, being very, very networky. You know what I mean? Very gimmicky, I should say, very gimmicky. And then for it to pop off that, motherfucker, you drugging people, and that this is your thing.
He was doing that, and he was fully clothed.
That was him and Sidney Poitier's ass when he had the beard back in the day. Remember, hey, Bill, you need to grow your beard back, bro. You was a smooth joke if you had that beard, bro. You was a smooth dude.
Yeah,
he used to curse back then too.
Pop.
What was that, Hollywood something? I forgot what it was called. He was in Sidney Poitier. But that right there, I don't like to see anybody locked up. Some people do deserve it, but especially that guy in the spa. You dig what I'm saying? I feel like he deserves that. And I'm not going to be the dead horse or kick it in his balls because evidently testicles have rights too. All right. So you're crazy. So here we have it. Janet Hubert, the mother or the former mother on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air that seems to pop up like a goddamn, like a ghost. She comes out of nowhere every goddamn time. Janet Hubert also said that, Felicia, what are you thinking? I don't know you, but to say this was terribly wrong. Everyone knew what he was doing back then. How could you not? Get your umbrella, sister, and here comes the shower. I am outraged. That is freaking crazy. That is crazy. Listen, it's more to this. Oh my God. Janet Hubert. I would have said he's old, he's out, and I'm happy for him, but he is still guilty. I know 5 women who have not come forward and oh my God. Wow. So shout out to Janet Hubert. She is evidently, and it's OG Janet Hubert on there, at OG. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what I said. We weren't there. We weren't there.
But if you were, would you pop a pill with Bill?
No, I don't pop pills.
Who want to get high with Bill?
Hey, DJ Slicky.
DJ Slicky Woo Woo. What it do, baby?
But you know, I'm not that type of person. I would party with them, but at a certain time, I got to go. We not getting by ourselves. I'll be at the party, but y'all would call me lame because I wouldn't do nothing but take my ass home. Sorry,
Well, you're conservative in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
You're very conservative, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But imagine growing up in that era where you ain't have shit to go home to.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I guess go home.
What you gonna go home and do in the 70s?
Smoke by myself. Shit.
Smoke by yourself.
If I'm gonna get high, I'm gonna do it in my house.
That's no fun. Who the fuck wants to get high by themselves?
People who has 5 children.
You cannot do. You can't do certain drugs by yourself. It's just not right. It just doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. And the funny thing is, I would have loved to live in the 70s. I would have loved to live, but they was partying like a mother back then. But I don't know. I don't know.
And Tanisha, shout outs to Tanisha. Looking back at my father, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. All the drugs that he did, goddamn it. It was nothing else to do. That man did everything.
Hey, went to work, came home, got high.
He always had doodle stain in his drawers. I guess whatever the fuck it made you doo-doo. It made you doo-doo.
Okay, he couldn't hold himself.
Oh, what doodle stain?
His balloon knot was loose.
Man, that's what that shit did. It loosens up your sewage system.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of weird.
To make it go home.
Yeah, he had major doogie stains.
Made it run.
Yeah, and all they had back then was them tighty whities. It was
and
big black streak in that motherfucker.
So he was hot as hell. And everything compacted right here. Balls, butt, under.
And then the old heads used to wear it to their neighbors. Like my father used to wear them motherfuckers to his neighbor. Why his bras to your neighbor, sir?
Balls. He still wears those pants. He still wears the pants. And he sits down and got a nerve to pull the legs up, and his balls just sit right on the seat. Just sit on the seat.
You know, that's an unfortunate.
And he always got to call one of us, and he turn around slowly and talk to us. I'm like, yo.
Do you like these? Hey, look, he probably talk creepy as shit.
Oh, my. Louisa.
Oh, yeah.
Louisa, come in here and take notes. Are you going to stand up so I can sit there? God, I don't even know if I want to sit there. Your balls are basically on the damn seat.
I bet you $5,000. His lips don't touch his teeth. Hey, honey, come on here, sit down. I got a lot going on.
No.
No?
No.
Yeah. How you like these? You like these pants?
Oh my God.
Huh? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God, it's so creepy. Could you imagine him trying to talk sexually to his wife?
No, because he probably talked the same way.
No.
Like they both old.
Yeah, but and both of them are Catholic. They're both Italian.
That don't mean shit.
No, I mean they're both. No, I mean this. I'm trying to put the picture. So they're both 100% Italian. They're both Catholic. And his wife reminds me of a Jersey girl for some reason, but I don't think they're both from DC. But she reminds me of a Jersey girl for some reason.
All Italians talk like they're from Jersey.
Oh, okay.
If you've ever met an authentic one, they all talk like they're from fucking Jersey.
Okay.
All of them do. You would swear to God.
Okay.
Hey, speaking of which, shout outs to my man, Bello Byrne, man. Tony Bello, man, for inviting us out there to the cookout last weekend, man. Very dope. Awesome. Very dope, but I have a story to tell you. Okay. We were out there, and I will not be saying exactly what I was participating in. But I was looking at a young fellow out there, and I kept wondering, what the fuck does he look like? Right? You were right there with me, right? I swear to God, you my right hand anyway. You right the fuck there, right? We staring out the same window, right? So this guy keeps walking back and forth, right? He's got his hat turned backwards. He got a dashiki He got the kente cloth.
Yeah, at first he did.
With the army fatigue. The cut up jeans.
It was, and they were baggy.
And some weird ass shoes. And a headband underneath the scarf. And he never busted a sweat. That's weird as shit. He never busted a sweat. It was like 80,000 degrees out there, humid. Okay, we did a march, right? He looked like everybody. A hologram card, right? So you know the hologram cards, every time you change the angle or something, it might be something else after that. He's like a Decepticon and shit, right? This motherfucker looked like Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne right here.
And Sylvester Stallone. At the same damn time, y'all. At the same damn time.
And my goofy ass. As soon as I looked at him and saw it, I couldn't unsee it. And he came over there to talk to us. And I was sitting there like, and I just turned around here to giggle because I'm just sitting there. I just see it. Louisiana.
And he was tall and she was like Big Wayne.
But he was very kind. He was really sweet.
That nigga was weird.
He was
like,
cool though. It was just I could not help. But every time I saw him, to start laughing because it's your fault.
It's not my fault.
It is because you're the one that saw it.
I see everything. I see everything.
It's terrible.
It's so fun when you get places early, y'all. I have a big fear of being late because of the military. It really taught me. I got damn near locked up because of it, and that was one of the initial charges for me getting locked up in the military because I was late all the fucking time. But I show up early to places so I can watch y'all walk in. So if you ever see me, I'm like a comedian. I'm always lurking. I'm just sitting around looking at new material, y'all. So don't ever walk past me.
I'm laughing.
Yeah, and I get there early so they don't join on my ass first. Okay, so you know, I be goofy and shit too. Yeah, I'm built like a fucking superhero. Okay, I got broad ass, so big ass head, and I narrowed down. I'm built like what the fuck is his name?
Chuck Johnny Taylor. Bravo.
Yeah, I'm built like Johnny Bravo, y'all. So if you ever meet me, don't be trying to join and shit. All right, these skinny jeans fucked up. I be trying to find regular baggy joints, but nah, they don't cut it. They don't cut them like they used to. Everything slim fit. You dig? So I'm sorry, everybody out there, but yes, that's how I'm built. So you know how the women got the meme, but this is how I'm built before you ask.
Oh, yeah.
With the rolls and everything. Yeah. Johnny Bravo. Pull up Johnny Bravo. That's my light-skinned ass right there, okay? That's how I'm built. So it's all good. So it's been a dope-ass show. My side of the coin, everybody, LGBTQ, y'all have something to fight about amongst yourselves. If you don't want the right wingers and the heterosexual community being involved in your business, handle your community. You dig what I'm saying? Because this is starting.
Or the ones that's trying to sneak in, basically.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be public outrage from here on out, and I am part of that because there's nothing that I can do physically. There's really nothing that I can do verbally to get through to anybody that already has it made up in their minds that you have to be empathetic to craziness like this. This is very, very bad. Shout outs to Bill Cosby. You are home now. I am pretty sure you have plenty of pudding pops waiting on you. I want to know what the first meal he gonna eat.
That's a good question. Jello? What kind of Jello?
Probably gonna be the chocolate. You know? Because he blind now, so he look down all the time, but he smile. But his eyes be looking though. So I'll be like, is this motherfucker playing? No. Is he playing? Because Stevie Wonder ain't blind.
Making faces. He always making faces.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I see you.
Hey, DJ Slicky said he gonna roll past me. What's up, DJ Slicky, man? Go ahead, bro. But yeah, probably the Jello. What you think?
Hello.
Oh, Camille. I'm gonna eat you, Camille. Come here, girl. Give me them chips.
Do we have any teeth?
Hey, women love men with no teeth.
She about to have a good time.
Y'all know
welcome back, baby.
You know damn well every woman in the country got a man with no teeth.
I do not.
Oh, they missing something? They missing a bottom row or a top row?
I do not.
You know every woman in the South got a man like that. And you
in the South?
In the South.
That's because they don't take care of their teeth. Some of them.
I remember my birth mother showed up with a joker like that. And I was like, Mom, are you serious? Now I know why I'm grown. Getting her chitlins clean. Getting them chitlins cleaned up by Mr. Ed.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But that's my side of the court, everybody. What you got, baby? What you got? Yeah, you cleaning chitlins. Hog moles.
Get on them, y'all.
I know I tore her ass up coming out. My head big as shit. I know I tore my mama ass up. I know Arby's was wide open after that one.
Oh my God.
She said it. I bust her ass up. Yes, I did. Because they tied her down. So like in the South, like in North Carolina, they would tie them down. They would shackle them. They would shackle her feet so you had to lay flat.
So by the time, they should have stopped doing that by the time.
I would have died in that motherfucker. No, not by that time, not in the 80s. This is deep South. This is North Carolina's Greensboro.
Well, that's kind of that. They should have stopped that by then.
Man, she woke up with all this green shit like this tablecloth, but with all this green shit around. It was St. Patrick's Day. I think she was in labor with me for what, 48 hours, 36 hours, some shit like that. And my head was not trying to budge. I was a vagina baby. I love that. I've never.
You making me have memories because my boys tore me up too.
Damn straight.
Oh my God.
At least she bounced back.
Yeah, but damn.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, your side.
So yeah, y'all handle y'all business. If we're not allowed to do certain things, y'all just do it. Just like we have to do it. You know, keep the police out of it. Go fuck some shit up. Go get them straight. They gotta be dealt with. Welcome home, Bill. And that's all I got outside of being extra crispy today.
So listen, so make sure that y'all check us out 8:30 p.m. tomorrow afternoon for the No Filter show, of course. Mm-hmm. And you got to make sure that y'all please, everybody, be patient with us, okay? Excuse me, I am gassy. But please be patient with us because we still have happy anniversary coming out, everybody.
It's
please
coming.
Do not think that we've been loafing. There have been technical difficulties. There has been scheduling issues. There has been a lot going on behind the scenes that we did not know took place when you actually develop a movie. We just thought it was just one and done. You know what I mean? But there are so many aspects of this. And of course, we have Just Friends about to happen. We have so many projects coming out. So everybody out there, we're looking for people with talent. What is it? Make sure you inbox me or the Phoenix, of course. And of course, I'm your man, G.I.Mo, aka Non-GMO.
Oh yeah, don't forget.
Kangaroo Killer too. If you notice, my name on the below the screen is Kangaroo Killer. Okay, yeah, I'm Kangaroo Killer.
Okay,
yeah, I'm gonna fuck that kangaroo up. Yep.
Check. Good night, y'all.
Love y'all.